Let's reset. 5th attempt. Hopefully the last one. It's like on this emulator the game looks more colorful, crisper, and everything else works just fine. Controls and speed. So more than likely it was just an emulation issue. Usually Mega Man from 3 through 6 usually take me an hour and a half each. Because they have around the same amount of levels, pretty much. So on average they take me around an hour and a half each. 3, 4, 5, and 6. The later ones actually take me a little bit longer, around 2 hours. Even if they have less levels, they are longer. On this series I'm going through Mega Man, well, from 1. I already did the first 2. Through Mega Man and Base. Up to that one. I can play 9 and 10 anytime I want, but they're not gonna be part of this series at least. Wow, is this like easy mode? Alright, I guess we're going for Shadow right away. Alright, one of the 3 or maybe 4 battles against Proto Man. This is the easiest one because it's just an even platform. I think I really made it to the end. Alright. Let's try to end this fight fast. Alright, that was cool. So, who is this weapon good against? Almost forget. I think Sparkman? Well, I've been able to defeat Sparkman first, back in the day, without the weakness, so I guess I'm gonna go for it. By the way, how do I save my game? I don't have a save state set up here. Oh. Because writing down passwords, and you know, accidents happen. Even though if there is a power outage, the stream will die, but not my laptop. And I plan on getting this done tonight, if I can. I usually get to play a certain Mega Man game every year and a half. I mean, every other year, that's what I meant. There are games that I usually play at least once a year or every other year. And I don't seem to have lost practice. Actually, the last part of this level will be an interesting thing to see. If I actually lost the touch or not. But yeah, in all honesty, I don't think I've been playing this in at least a good couple years. Yeah, short jumps. Yeah, I used to die a lot in here because I just wasn't used to making short jumps. Yeah, it is the weakness. A joke of a fight. So next is obviously Magnet Man. Well, I don't know how obvious it is for people, but Yellow blocks. I knew it. Again. Okay. I don't know why I die so much in that part. Also my last life, right? Well, I've got a good excuse. My hands are super cold. No, that was not my last life. So I could have fucked up one more time. Okay. I always forget what Magnet is good against. Was it hard, man? I'll risk it. we have any tanks? None. I mean, I guess I'll need a few by the end of the game, but... So what was a good... Yeah, Magna was good against Monkey. But I shouldn't waste it. Wasn't even worth it. But now it's kind of worth it. Yeah, okay. I won't waste it anymore. I think this is where I get one of the tanks, yep. Knew it. Let's recover some. I know there is a way to despawn those bees, but I like it the hard way. Okay. Yeah, it was the weakness. Wow. I have just about enough shots. Not complaining. So yeah, the hard knuckle is supposed to be the weakness for Top Man. We won't need it until the refights. Thanks for the host, Metal Sonic. How's it going? Okay, what do we have? Yeah, let me save. You never know. So we can go for no, Snake no. It's supposed to be weak to Needle, and Needle is supposed to be weak to Gemini, and Gemini is supposed to be weak to Snake. But I think the one I can defeat by myself right now is Snake Man. Doing good? Awesome. I mean, I think officially the Needle is Snake Man's weakness, but it doesn't really work as a weakness. It doesn't really deals all that great of damage against him. I mean, if you study the moves of Snake Man enough, you can actually defeat him with a Buster. I've actually been able to defeat him quite a few times just with this. Or other weapons of choice, for that matter. Alright, if these things don't give me E-tanks or lives, alright, I'll take this. I don't think the tank responds. No, it doesn't. At least I recovered one of the lives I lost in that stupid Yoku block part. Well, all Yoku block parts are kind of stupid. For those who don't know, Yoku blocks are the disappearing blocks that appear in pretty much all Mega Man games. Even the first one. Alright, I'm gonna do something they should have done a while ago. There it is. Alright. I always jump when the cloud is coming out, because sometimes I've died out of a glitch. Basically, that cloud that makes appearance makes me fall down, and of course die. Yeah, I know about Yoku Man. Actually, I haven't played Mega Man Unlimited since release. That means 4 years. So I'm gonna go back to that game in some random stream or something. I became super good at it. I learned it. Memorized it. And it's probably one of the best Mega Man games I've ever played. I mean, not to mention the best fun game, but one of the best altogether. By the way, my strategy is to get hurt by the little snakes. They do less damage than Snake Man himself. But as you can tell, it's not too bad, even with the regular Buster. So yeah, I haven't played that game since release. Funnily enough, I was under treatment on chemotherapy when I put my hands on that game for the first time. Actually, it came out by the time I was on chemo. And one of the few things that got me up from bed was that game. So I have very good memories of it. But I haven't played it since. Alright, Gemini Man then. Yeah, I did a YouTube playthrough and I did a few streams on it. On Twitch, I think, on Deep Gamers also. I played on my own time before all of those playthroughs also. Yeah, I remember when it came out I did like 3 playthroughs or 4 in a month. So I became super good at it. This one will not be a fight. Just a appearance. I always forget about that life. I don't think I'll be able to get it. Because I don't have the best rush jet. Unless I do something real... that was kind of close. Nah, forget it. I just have the default amount of lives. Hey Sky, how's it going, dude? I'm surrounded by Mexicans today. I feel like at home. Should I do it the slow way? Using the coil and shoot every single one of them. Stage is beautiful, you say? I wouldn't call it beautiful. I wouldn't say it's ugly either. I dig the music though. More than the stage itself. Yeah, I'm not wishing you, any of you, happy 4th of July because none of you are real Americans. Especially you, Whiff. You are the most Mexican of us all. You eat tacos and burritos all day. Alright, this is the one place in which you use Rush Marine. Are you American? You don't care about Independence Day? Come on, it's the perfect day for getting fat and blow shit up. Even though you can get fat anytime or any day you want. That's what Turkey Day is for. Oh shit, I'm dead. Yeah, I took too many hits, that's why. Your body can handle alcohol? Alright. That's sad. As sad as my death, right there. I think I ran out of lives. No. Last life. So better make it count. At least I got an E-tank. Oh yeah, I gotta be good at dodging these. I'm dead. Wait, that wasn't my last life? Whatever. You know, one of the things I want to do before dying, you know, there is usually people that ask you, what things would you do before dying at least once? And you usually say the typical ones. Get laid, get drunk, die, like in the game. Get high, I don't know. One of those things that you say, at least I would like to try once. But one of the things that I would like to try once in my life is eat real Mexican food, like the spicy one, the one that makes you burn like a motherfucker. Because I've tried some Mexican things here, but they're not the real ones. They're adapted to Chilean society that probably cannot stand spicy. I want to try the real spicy Mexican food. Once in my life, before I die. Even if I die in the process, maybe, but I do want to try. Okay, this time I'm picking up the life. What? I was holding left all that time. Traditional culture in what sense? Because that's kind of a really wide question. I mean, it covers a bunch of topics. Conservative, you mean? If that's the question, then yes, it kind of is. Among older people. Many of us are super liberal in a lot of respects. But overall, it's really traditional or conservative, if that's what you're getting at. Unfortunately, though. I mean, there are things that probably are going with the times, such as approving abortion under specific circumstances, or slowly moving towards homosexual marriage being approved. There's a civil union against or among gay people that they can actually put into practice, but no marriage as such. But it is getting there. Yeah, that's why I was kind of hesitant to use the word liberal, because it's more like a political view rather than a way of thinking. Hyper-conservative? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's a matter of social background too, because it is usually understood that higher classes in Chile, as well as pretty much any country in South America, are super religious. Catholic religion is the most widespread in the country, as well as in the continent, I would say. And they are extremely religious, not fanatics, and a lot of their beliefs are applied into life, to the point of, criticizing everything that is not conservative, so to speak. Okay, now I died because of health. What's going on, Choda? Crazy Horse of the Apocalypse, the biggest cusser of the internet. I learned all the cussing that I've learned over the years thanks to him, and nobody but him. Right, fag? No. I shouldn't say that. It's a friend, that's why I take the liberty to do that. But yeah, I mean, Chile, especially in higher classes of society, is really conservative because of our religious education being involved over there, but yeah, I used a backup account on Twitch a while ago, because I didn't remember the password for this one until I got to change it, and I found out the mail associated with it, so that's why I was able to use it again last year. I was like 2 years without using this one. Justin TV? No, Justin TV. I used this very same username. But I mean, a couple of years back, I lost the password and I had to make an account called Retro86 on Twitch. It was already Twitch by the time. Oh, you mean the Retro Gaming Rangers? Alright, yeah, that was a group channel that, because of a stupid episode of jealousy on my part, I had to admit, I closed it. It had a lot of potential, I have to say. Yeah, Retro Gaming Rangers used to be the weekend project. All of us stream on our own channels during the week, and on the weekends all of us join together and stream pretty much the whole weekend. And we had a podcast even. It was fun times, but yeah. Back in the day, it was still very mature internet. Immature. Many of us did the fapping joke, like, and pretending to be fapping on camera, yeah. Again, that was good times. fuck jokes, gay jokes. They're jokes and then jokes. Yeah, that was 2009. It was still Justin TV. Yeah, I mean, most of the inspiration for the Retro Gaming Rangers to exist came from the 4-player podcast, which is still exists till today. It's one of the classic Justin TV streams, still surviving to this day very actively. I used Ustream when I first started streaming in 2008, but we didn't use it for the group thing. We used Justin only. Yeah, it still exists, Ustream, but nobody uses it. Back in the day, before Justin was better well known, Ustream was the place to go among gamers for streaming. And I remember watching some interesting people over there, but that died over the years. By 2010, it was pretty much extinct, the gamer community over there, and everybody moved to Twitch. Or Justin still at that point. It's okay if I die. I'd rather die instead of using an E-tank. But yeah, that's one of the few things I regret out of my streamer career, so to speak. Which was closing out the Retro Gaming Rangers because I was so jealous of Bizarro being so popular. It was a really shitty mistake. Yeah, we like each other's posts on Facebook and have a word every now and then, but yeah, those fights and drama and differences are long gone. We talk things out. Yeah, Purple Stop, I don't know what she's up to. And Mega Mike he was like doing a collab channel with a group of friends he had. Clusterfuck Commentaries, I think it was called, but I don't think he was like contributing anymore. He wanted to make a comeback a few years ago on YouTube, but it didn't last very long. Alright. So I guess I'm going for Needleman stage because it's probably the toughest out of these 4 redesign levels. It's probably the worst. I mean, not probably, by far it's the worst. I think Crazy Horse you also collaborated on the Rangers, and also Naked Gaming later. Well, that's when Sky started to attend the streams, right? By the time of Naked Gaming, 2010, and part of 2011. Do we have the jet? Yes, I do. Yeah, we still like talk to each other, at least through commenting on Facebook more than anything, but still like keep the contacts. Yeah, I gotta recover the jet. I will need it later. I never got to memorize the weaknesses for the Mega Man 2 refights on this game. Yeah, we posted a lot of bullshit, like stupid ass image comments and gay jokes and dick jokes. It's not even the one. Time to use at least one. Yeah, he does. Hey, found it. But yeah, it used to be like the plan for Friday and Saturday nights to hang out at Bizarro stream with his Bizarro vs SNK series. It was fun times. Like every Saturday, religiously everybody hang out. This was one of the coolest things from back in the day. Okay, I'll take this one at the very least. I'm leaving the other ones just in case. I'm taking this one though. Even though I think we're almost there. Probably this is the toughest part of the entire game. We used to have Skype. And we used it very consistently. But it was not stable. Video quality for streams was very bad too. I mean, if we had all the resources we have today back in the day, it would have been super amazing. Would have been able to stream at pretty decent quality. They had a lot of limitations, but still had a great time. Alright, this guy is not getting done. At least I'm getting some health back. Well, there is supposed to be like a good weapon against this guy. Maybe. I'm not even aiming right. You know what? I'll be patient. Fuck everything. Wait, what's the difference between British popping and non-British popping? This will take another half an hour. British fapping? I don't even remember that. Get the fuck down. I'm not using Rush Coil. I refuse. Yeah, the Edward Jim clip actually came from the Rangers times. I have it on my YouTube. Come on, fucking metal. There you go. Yeah, so many good jokes, but again, back in the day we didn't have enough resources to record everything we did. Mother 3? I remember Maxwell doing Mother 3, but that was on Naked Gaming times. Alright, needle kind of works. I'm using one. I remember one day coming back from university, I turned on my computer. I was watching Maxwell. I mean, I suddenly realized that the channel was live, and Maxwell was streaming Barbie on NES. You gotta have the personality, dude. Yeah, he hated Mega Man in general. Oh, it was the punch. So basically, I wasted an E-tank. Fuck my life. Well, they fucked one, actually. I lost one. Alright, I'm done with the most annoying of the levels. I still don't like him. I don't know if I actually banned somebody, but probably banned somebody that gave me shit about it. That would make more sense. But I don't like him. I still cannot dig him. Probably not him, but the fans. Yeah, I remember a couple of episodes very clearly. I remember getting like requested, because back in the day in the retro gaming ranges we used to take requests, right? And I think I remember like Mega Mike requested me to play Silver Surfer because the AVGN gave it a bad review, and apparently it was like considered like a universal truth, the fact that Silver Surfer sucks because the AVGN said so. Problem is that Silver Surfer is hard, but not a bad game by any means. So that's one of the things I don't like about the fans of the AVGN, because they think that the things he says are universal truth, or true statements that have to be like followed no matter what. It's like, here's another example. He bashed on Data East NES games because they were bad ports. And what's the first statement that comes out of that from fans? Data East sucks. My ass! Data East is one of the best gaming companies from the 80s and 90s. It was top notch. It's not their fault. I mean, apparently it is, but if they made bad NES conversions, it's because of the limitations of the NES. But they made fantastic games over the years. And it was not an isolated case of a guy saying Data East sucked because the AVGN said so. There were at least a couple. So yeah, that's basically my reasoning behind it. It's not just jealousy of popularity, because that's... Otherwise I should be jealous of 99% of the internet. Wow. But yeah, Data East is one of my favorite companies. Yes, there are many. Especially those who are doing like these console challenges. Well, until recently, the Mexican runner completed NES Mania, doing all the NES games. Sharpie Plays does all the Genesis games, 32X, Sega CD collection. So yeah, there are many. I watch them very often, and they're at least fun to watch. Cthulhu the Third, yeah, he does variety. Yeah, I like Sharpie. It's very chill. I was actually watching him earlier today playing Batman Forever on Genesis. Okay, I've got 45 minutes to complete this. Let's see if I can. Should be able to. You know, I was trying to watch SGDQ this year, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna watch and see how many good runs there are. But the lineup is kind of sucky. All the classic games are like in the middle of the night, when everybody's asleep. And they're usually, whenever I get to watch something, it is either a long-ass game or a PC game that I'm super bored of watching all the time. You know, I have a very clear opinion on speedrunning the community, but I mean, if I can get to watch somebody good at a game and beat it fast, okay, I mean, it's just video games, right? I have no problem with it. But the lineup was really shitty. And to prove my point, usually when there is a GDQ event going on, all of the streams, or the vast majority of the streams I follow, are super dead. But on the contrary, this year, or in this event, a lot of the streams I follow are active, live, and with a lot of viewers, which means that probably they think the same way we all do. The SGDQ this year is sucking balls. Circus Charlie is a fucking great game. Super short, but enjoyable. I like the arcade version, I like the Famicom version too. Yeah, Circus Charlie is a great classic. Okay, I should be using electricity against this Bubble Man. Common sense, right? Yeah, despite the fact that the speedrunning thing in itself is kind of overrated, I appreciate watching people playing the classics with skill or introducing obscure games, which also has happened. But I insist, the lineup so far it's been kind of disappointing. One more, right? It's been going fast. Oh my god, what? yeah, the Dandy. For those who don't know, that elephant is the mascot of the Dandy. The Dandy is basically the equivalent to the Famicom in Russia and Korea. What? I'd rather die. Hopefully I'm not gonna lose my E-tanks. Hello? This is on purpose, by the way. So yeah, I watch a lot of retro gamers on Twitch on regular basis. I watched Sharpie, Cthulhu, Kogume Lando, which is a Brazilian guy who does streams trying to beat all the classics in Brazilian and in English. He's actually improved his English language a lot in the last year, so it's worth giving it a shot. This is where the slowdown is kind of useful. Oh shit. That thing up there made me nervous, that's why. Not worth it. I'm dying. Could I use the jet there? Now that I'm thinking. I usually do things the hard way, but there's always a shortcut to everything in Mega Man games, as long as you have all the weapons. I never thought of that, really. Should be able to. Didn't even reach the checkpoint, that's very sad. My hands are super cold. I've been playing games for almost 2 hours. Hour and a half, I should say, and I feel super cold still. That's usually... yeah, trolley speedrun. It's the fashionable thing amongst kids nowadays. How are you doing, Positron? How is life? Is it still sucking as always, or are there improvements worth speaking of? By the way, happy American Day, even if you're Canadian. Alright, I did it. You can break it. And I was trying to do it the hard way. No, they don't do shoot 'em ups in speedruns because they have auto-scroller. So speed-wise, probably wouldn't make much of a difference unless they keep the maximum power at all times to kill a boss right away. Pretty sure that makes no difference to them. Chile Day is September the 18th. Time to eat empanadas and barbecue all day and get fat. Fatter, I should say. I think this is the only weakness I get to remember. It is very late. Get fucked. The boss, not you, Positron, by the way. I mean, if you want. Be my guest. So yeah, we've been talking about how shitty the GDQ event it's been this year. Every time I turn it on, there is a shitty PC game going on, or a long-ass 64 game, Nintendo 64. Or an RPG. Yeah, those are meant to be speedrun, right? What should I recover here? The jet? The runners have been trash, or the games they choose are trash? Alright. No, this is not the one. I haven't used Snake for any. It's not the weakness either. What about Spark? No, it is not. Is it Shadow? Yep, it is. Alright, Breakman. Wiley. Reloading saves? That's save stating. That's for casuals. Hello, I am one. Alright, let's see if we can do this in half an hour. I should be able to. That's the primary objective of speedrunners, Positron. Jokes aside. I mean, I have put this example millions of times on my videos and streams. Speedrunners, I used to watch their individual channels when it was still a fashionable thing. And they were a dick to everybody. They're so full of themselves. And the week before, or the month before the GDQ event, they magically transformed into the nicest fucking guy on the internet ever. Of course, with money begging in between. Please allow me to get to SGDQ this year. Please donate so I can pay my trip, my stay in the hotel, my food, and blah blah blah. That sudden transformation is, of course, what made me realize what they're really made of. And it's not an isolated case. It was not a one or two isolated cases. Yeah, it's not even about the cancer thing. Yeah, that's right. The Doctor Without Borders. I donated to that event one time because of the cancer, right? I was still kind of sensitive about the own cancer I had myself 4 years ago. Yeah, it's been 4 or 5 years. But yeah, the community is complete trash. Maybe it is scam, I don't know. I have no means to proving it. But whatever, I mean, I did a donation one time and don't think I'm ever doing it again. Just because of the shitty hosts. As simple as that. I don't even remember the weakness for this guy, but I don't think I need it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised even for a second if these guys, whoever is organizing it or the runners themselves, actually ask for a cut for themselves. Even if it's a minimal percentage, it's money, and not little money. I wouldn't be surprised. I have no proof in what I'm saying, but I wouldn't be surprised for a second if that's the case. Yeah, the people who organize it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Well, that's very shitty in itself. Don't use capitalism as an excuse for anything to make money for yourself. I mean, people have to find ways to make money, yes. It's not something I would personally do. Call me communist, whatever you want, but that's not something I would really feel comfortable with. At least I wouldn't use charities for that. Yeah, I'm the defender of justice. I'm Karl Marx. Oh, alright. Yeah, I get your point, Jack, rather. So yeah, Yellow Devil 2.0. This one doesn't work. The pulse trick. I've never used the pulse trick anyway, I don't need it. I never land the second hit there. Fuck my life. Ah, there you go, second hit. Probably not a third one. Anyway, one hit away from winning. Too fucking early. Anyway, I win. I'm the best. That's a completely different story, because if people donate, or if you make money out of YouTube or Twitch, which I have done, and plenty of money at some point in my life, what's the issue? I mean, it's not your fault that people watch you and generate money out of the advertisement. You do what you do, and it's up to people to really reward you or not. It's not anymore. Back in the day, it was very crazy. Even a small guy such as myself used to make a lot of money back in the day. Of course, I wasn't even planning on making a living out of that. Probably because I wouldn't be allowed to anyway. Maybe I could have tried, but probably that wouldn't have lasted all that long. I mean, I'm really glad those who are making money out of streaming or doing YouTube all these years. I mean, good for them. But let's see for how long they are going to be able to do that. The business is going to die eventually. I wouldn't give it more than 10 years from now. Which is certainly not enough to make a complete living until the day you die. I'm worried about those guys who are around 30 or 35 years old. Because what is it gonna be about their lives when the business is finished? They're gonna be 40, 45 with no real job in their resumes? That would be concerning, but it's their problem, not mine. It's also about the capacity they have to save. If they save enough instead of spending lots of money on useless shit, or at least making sure they get a house or they get whatever it's needed in the future. Wait, what was the weakness for this one? I think it was Snake. Like, kill him in 1 or 2 shots even. A joke of a fight. Yeah, it depends on how they make the money, but if all they spend their money on is games, they're in serious trouble. Unless they got their own home, or establish themselves to the point of not having to worry much about having a place to live. It's all about investment and saving. I would have done that. I'm gonna be honest with you, at some point I thought, okay, I'm gonna be an English teacher the rest of my life. And I'll be fine with that until I realized, okay, you know what, I don't want to be a teacher anymore. I learned that especially after I cured from the cancer I had. That's when I decided to study something else, something that it would be eventually more profitable. I just finished my second degree, by the way, 4 days ago. And I think it was one of the best decisions of my life. Studying something that could be potentially be super profitable in the country. So yeah, if you can, study something, guys. The business will die because sponsors are paying less and less and less every year. That's a true fact. So who is he even? Alright. Yeah, the business is overpopulated nowadays. I mean, not nowadays, it's been like that for a good 3 years. 4 years if you rush me. When I started making money off YouTube in 2011, you guys have no idea how profitable it was. And there weren't many of us actually getting paid. But yeah, it oversaturated the market, so to speak. Actually, I shouldn't use the hard punch on this one. Well, I started this in 2008 as a hobby, and I'm ending it as a hobby too. I mean, if people can donate, or if I still can make a little money off that, fine, but at some point it was kind of a primary objective to me, but that really didn't last very long, so... I learned fast from it, but it's not going to get me anywhere. Not to the point of making a life or making a living out of it. I have too many intents, come on. As a hobby, probably will never die. Because video games are a thing, streaming is a thing. And it will always attract people one way or another. Now, if they do it for the sake of art, for entertainment, for a hobby, then it will basically last in time. If it is for the sake of money only, then it will die. This is a thing. Yes, I agree. Well, now I have the proper... Oh, look at this! Alright, it does damage, alright. I looked down on the needle. It does more damage than I thought. Am I done? Yes, I am. What should I reload? Our knuckle? Just one more. Probably the magnet. Well, in all honesty though, and I've been asked this, I wouldn't say a lot, but a few times. For how long do you plan on doing this? Or do I plan on doing this? Hobby, whatever it is. Because in January I'm actually celebrating 10 years of doing stuff on the internet. Either YouTube or streaming or whatever. Which is a full fucking decade. I'm still young anyway, which is a good thing. I started at 22 years old. Or 21 even. I'm 31 now. So I started at a pretty young age. So probably, if anything, I probably would be doing this for 10 more years and then retire completely out of doing this stuff. I'm serious though. Well, priorities will always change in life. But I see people saying, or I hear people saying, I'm doing this forever because of love for games and everything. But in all honesty, I don't think I'll be 45 years old and still streaming video games. Alright, I did it kind of the hard way, but I actually never tried this strategy before. Esports. So yeah, I made it to the final boss. Right in time, because I actually have to leave in 5 more minutes. What exactly do I need here? I need top. Top is almost complete. I think I have everything I need. Do I need more E-tanks? More lives? Nah. Of course not. Alright, let's just get on with it. Oh yeah, I think I needed this too. There are jokes and then jokes. And this. I actually can finish the game right now if I wanted to. Because this stupid thing. The only thing the top spin weapon is good for. Killing the final boss right away. Yeah, Snake is the slow way, top is the joke. And I went for the joke, because I'm all about the jokes. As a matter of fact, I am a joke. Top Man is shit, but it has its uses. For good or for bad, it works. It must have been Protoman, no shit. Did you see? Dr. Le was using a IBM computer. And for some reason in Mega Man 3 they featured the robots from Mega Man 1, including Roll and Mega Man itself. Roll, housekeeping robot. I didn't read that. Wilderness or reclamation? Anyways, guys, that was episode 46 of Capcom vs. Konami 2.0, doing 108. Game 108, Thunder Cross, and then 109, Mega Man 3, full playthrough of both. So next we have, not today of course, Konami YY World for the Famicom. Never played that game, but it seemed interesting. And then we're getting back to Mega Man, playing the Game Boy version of Mega Man 3. That's probably happening next time. I'm just gonna read you real quick what games comes next. Apart from those two. Castlevania 2 on Game Boy, 1941 on arcade, Turtles in Time on arcade, Song Song 2 on TurboGrafx, Gradius 2 on TurboGrafx CD, Goof Troop on SNES, Sparkster on Sega Genesis, Warriors of Fate arcade, Bucky O'Hare arcade, Street Fighter Alpha 2 Super Nintendo, Parodio Super Nintendo, The Punisher arcade, and Gaiopolis arcade. Those are the first 124 games. Pretty much all those games that I mentioned are the ones that have to play in order to get to halfway through the series. And then I'll be doing some 8-bit specials, 16-bit special, arcade specials, and so on. So yeah. And get your ass ready because I'm doing Data East versus Iron. I'm fucking doing it. Alright guys, have a good one. Go watch some speedruns. Not.